Welcome back. Before I even get started, I just want you to appreciate what's on your screen. And no, I don't mean me. What I mean is the quality. What you're seeing right now, I had to go through a few steps to get it to look like this. First of all, I'm recording in ProRes log. I had to have a USB hub connected to an SSD because the file sizes are huge. I had to connect that to an HDMI, run it through my capture card into my computer so that I can see myself in OBS and have like a viewfinder because I am using a phone. I've applied the LUT to the video so it should look pretty smooth. And I have a pop filter on my mic for the first time ever. Same mic, but pop filter. Probably should have did that a long time ago. They're very cheap. It's like $7. Don't know why I didn't do that before. But doesn't it look amazing? Because of the file size, I had to get the SSD. Because I couldn't see myself, I had to run it through the capture card. And then on top of that, I need to sync it in the editor using the audio. So I need to tell OBS to record two separate audio tracks, one for the desktop and one for the mic that I'm using. And then I'll sync them up later with the master file, which is the ProRes video, because that's the best. If you don't know what any of that means, it means this looks amazing, doesn't it? It's a new me. All of these changes are, a lot of them are firsts. You know, this is the first time I'm recording in ProRes, first time I'm recording in log or anything close to raw, first time that I'm applying a LUT and learning more about color correction. First time really I'm recording in 4K. I guess switching to 4K going forward. I don't know if I've ever recorded in 4K before. I can't remember. Maybe one time. I usually recorded in 1080p, and I think a few times I've recorded in 1440p. But I was using the front-facing camera of my old phone for that, which it says 1440p. That's what it says inside the camera app, but it's the front-facing camera. It's bound to be worse than the back camera. So first time switching over to 4K for the foreseeable future. First time with a pop filter, my mic. There's a lot of firsts in this video, and they represent the new me going forward. Videos are going to look fantastic, just like they do right now. I don't know if the green screen is throwing it off. If it is, I'll turn it off for a second so you can just see. It's the new me. This is how it's going to be going forward, and I hope that you can see the improvement. All right, enough of that. Today we're going to be playing Would You Rather. Now, I've called this Would You Rather 2 or Would You Rather Again because I've actually played this before, like years ago, I think, a really long time ago on this channel. You can find it if you look for it. I don't know, it'll be like a scavenger hunt because I have no idea where it is. I don't know if I've done it twice or I've done it once, but I know that I've done it at least once. Now we're gonna do it again. And I tried to tell myself that I wouldn't skip any because sometimes, I don't know, I haven't played this game in a long time. I don't know how many weird questions there are. I was like, maybe I should just skip the ones that are too odd, but you know what? No, I am going to go hopefully through every single one. I don't think there's going to be one that's too weird. I don't even know what I'm scared about. I haven't played this game. I don't know what's to fear. But let's just hop to it. Oh, and I'm going to be giving a explanation for every single one. You know, I'm pretty logical. I think I'll always choose the best option, but maybe not. I don't know. Without further ado, let's play Would You Rather Part 2. Okay, the first one is always be monitored online or always be monitored in real life. Honestly, this one's pretty easy. You're going to want to choose online. First of all, aren't there like companies that track your data, governments that track your data, plural? The government and other governments are trying to as well. You know, online, everything's out there. So I don't know what's the problem with being tracked online. You're tracked online anyway. And I'm careful about what I put online. I don't have like embarrassing pictures or picture of me with no clothes on that I would regret later. I don't do any of that kind of stuff anyway. So online is the way to go. And I suspect most people did that as well. Let me see. Duh. Oh my god. Okay. Next one. Be very famous for doing something you dislike. Do something you are passionate about, but without recognition. Okay. Okay. This actually reminds me of YouTube itself because I am passionate about YouTube. Although you might not be able to tell based on my upload schedule. That's okay. That's gonna change. But I always come back to it because I think it's fun and I think I don't know, I enjoy doing it. But see, here's the thing that this question doesn't take into account, right? It says be famous or do it without recognition, but it doesn't say whether you're making money off of it or not. Because honestly, let's take something I'm passionate about. I know the upload schedule, but trust me, you can't see it yet. But I am passionate about this, making videos. Okay, so let's just take that, right? I don't actually mind doing YouTube without recognition, but I would still want some money though, because if I'm not making money from it, I probably wouldn't be able to do it as much because I would have to be busy with my job. So making money with it means I can do it more, which is nice, but I don't have to have like a, I don't know, Mr. Beast or something, or, you know, PewDiePie or whatever, millions and millions of subscribers, enough to where I can do it as much as I like, but I don't need recognition. So I'd rather do something I'm passionate about. And most people agree. 28, they're probably thinking about the money, but it doesn't say money. It doesn't say that. So it is what it is. Next, have an easy job working for someone else. Work for yourself, but work incredibly hard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, here's the thing with this. When I have an easy job working for, first of all, it doesn't say what's the pay with either one. Usually when you work for yourself, the ceiling is higher. And when you work for someone else, the ceiling is lower because they have a salary that they're going to give you. And that's the end of it. Working for yourself, it's hard, but the sky's the limit. So there's potential for more in the future. If I worked for someone and had an easy job, I'd probably save up the money and then work for myself later. But I'm assuming that you can't cheese it with these kinds of questions and you have to go with whichever one, I don't know, for the rest of your life. And if that was the case, I'd rather work for myself. Sky's the limit. And most people would too, although it's close. What? Only eat ketchup, only eat mustard for a week? Okay, this question, some of these are a little like worded weird, because only eat mustard for a week, I could do it if it was a week, but then we have only eat ketchup. Like, that's it. Like that for like forever. Like, because obviously I'm going with the mustard for a week if it's forever. But if I had to choose between, if both of them were for a week, which I'm assuming that's the case, I would go with ketchup. I don't really like either one that much. Okay, so there we go. See, most people know. All right, constantly stumble while walking, constantly stutter when speaking. This one's pretty easy. I would go with constantly stuttering when speaking. Yes, it would be horrible. It would be horrible for YouTube videos since I would be stuttering throughout this entire thing, although I could edit it in post. Do something, I don't know, AI, help me out. Maybe I would just use a robotic voice and not my own voice anymore. Although I hear they're cracking down on that. They've been cracking down on that. Constantly stumbling would just be too much because I walk a lot. And it just seems like it would mess up your life so much more. You can be like the quiet type who doesn't say anything. And people think that you're cool, even though really it's because you can't really talk. But I would rather choose that route. I walk more than I talk, honestly, because I don't talk a lot. I'm not a talker. So, there we go. Most people would stumble. Your whole life you would stumble. Come on, bro. The talking is better, unless you like to yap. We got a lot of yappers on this website playing this game. Anyway, be permanently naked but never stopped by the cops. Brought to jail every time a cop sees you, even though you are doing nothing wrong. Oh my god. Okay, well, I can't be naked. I can't be naked. I got places to go, people to see. Being naked is too much. But brought to jail every time a cop sees you, even though you're doing nothing wrong, that sucks. But assuming you can get out immediately because you didn't do anything, I don't actually see too many cops. Well, maybe I see cops, but I don't think cops see me all the time. Like, I might see one driving on the highway, or I might see one parked somewhere and drive past, but it's not like they see me. I see cops more often than cops see me. I don't think they're looking at me. So I would go with the blue because I don't think I would run into cops that much. Also, I can move to somewhere where there's not a lot of cops. But even where I am now, I see cops often, but they don't look at me often. So I think I'd be good. It's close. It's close. What are you going to do permanently naked, though? What, you would go to jail. Wait, no. It said, okay. I just couldn't do that. It's not for me. All right. Would you rather trip on the dance floor in front of everyone, rip the dress you're wearing in front of everyone? I don't wear a dress. Honestly, I don't really care about either one of these. I don't mind. I think you just pick yourself up and you're fine. I guess I would rather trip because then I don't have to buy more clothes. But if I was wearing like a suit and my suit ripped, that would suck. And it'd be the same amount of embarrassment, but you just have damaged stuff. And I don't really care about embarrassment. I just stand back up, or I'd be like, oh man, my clothes ripped. But one of them is long-term damage, and the other one is just in the moment. So I would just trip on the dance floor. But either one of these, I don't mind. Okay, yeah, most people would rather trip on the dance floor. Okay, would you rather eat uncooked pasta, drink salted Coke? Salted Coke? Coca-Cola? Here's something about me. I do not like Coca-Cola. I just don't. My sister likes it a lot. Like, it's really good, but it's just not that good. It's not my thing. So I would go with pasta. And eating something that's, oh wait, uncooked? Oh, I thought it meant like cooked but like not seasoned. That's tough. But it's kind of like eating those noodles, the noodle packs. It mixes with the saliva in your mouth, and it can go down. So I'll go with the pasta. Be a ninja, be a pirate. Okay, so there's two different ways of thinking of this. There's real life ninja and pirate, and then there's fantasy ninja and pirate. If I was in fantasy land, oh my god, both of them are cool. Both of them are cool, because I'm thinking about like One Piece now. I was gonna say ninja, but then being a pirate is also pretty cool. Let's go to real life. In real life, an actual ninja or a pirate? Oh my god, I still don't know. I still don't know. Ninja's really cool, but like the more I think about pirate, the more it like you're on the open ocean and on the seas. Ninja is cool in the activity that you're doing. I guess you would just sneak around and like assassinate people, kind of like Assassin's Creed. I just feel like with a ninja, it's cool, but it's more restricted. With a pirate, you can see the world, and you'd probably be on the open ocean, and you can visit lots of places. And I feel like ninja sounds more cool in the moment, but pirate would actually be a better experience the longer you are one. And I'm in the minority. I knew the ninja would catch people. It does sound cool, but most people, they're just surface level. They're thinking on the surface. They're not thinking 5-10 years you're still a ninja doing the same things. Is it still cool? You haven't left the place that you're in. You're in the same area, same village, same town, killing the same types of people, throwing ninja stars. Maybe that's cool. Next, would you rather have a clone that doesn't think and follows your orders, or have a clone that thinks exactly as you do? This is easy. Follows orders. Follows orders. If it, having someone that had my exact mind would be cool, but there would be conflicts because he would see himself as the real me. Even if he's a clone and knows he's a clone, he's like, well, I want it this and this because I have my own ideas of what I want to do. So it's going to have its own ideas, which are my ideas of what it wants to do, which is what I want to do. And in the end, I think we would just split ways and both go pursue our goals in life, because one of us is not going to sacrifice our life to help the other one. So, yeah. What? Would you rather hold a big dog doo-doo in your hand or hold a cactus in your hand? I'd go with the doo-doo because it's not going to hurt. Although it's going to hurt my heart, but it's not going to physically hurt. Holding a cactus is too much. Unless, hold on, is it possible that if you gently put a cactus on, instead of just slamming it in, the prickles can rest on your hand without piercing it because there's enough surface area to keep it up? Then you wouldn't get hurt and you can just take it back off and bam, you're done. Rather than dog do, that's not possible. It would just get on your hands. So I might actually go with the cactus. I think most people are gonna do the doo-doo because they didn't think of what I just thought of right now. But if you think about it, surface area, I don't know if that would work. But if so, cactus. Maybe people did think of it. Okay, would you rather give up showering for a month, give up internet for a month? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is tough because I use the internet every day and most people do. You're using it right now to watch this video. But showering for a month, there's no way. There's no way I couldn't do that because I go places or I interact with people and I see them and it just wouldn't work out. It just wouldn't work out. So I gotta go. I gotta give up the internet. Oh man, I gotta give up the internet. Yeah, that's the right choice. That was a tough one. Imagine someone like older watching this, like, you thought that was a tough one? Are you serious? Man, hop in the shower. Would you rather be immune to hangovers forever or never have to go to the dentist ever again? Dentist. I don't drink, so I don't get hangovers. Easy. Okay, I'll let this be the last one because I think the video is like, it's on 32 minutes and 30 seconds so far. Obviously, I'm going to edit it down, but I think I got enough content for a video. So let this be the last one. Would you rather constantly struggle in life but be free, or never have struggles but be a prisoner? One of the great questions in life, and it's tough. It is tough. Constantly struggle in life but be free, or never have struggle but be a prisoner. Now, the knee-jerk reaction is constantly struggle in life but be free, because at least you're free, right? But I'm going to do something because I'm kind of into theology and philosophy. I'm going to pull something that most of you have not even thought of before. Never have struggles but be a prisoner. If you think about this, that's kind of like, if you're like religious, that's kind of how it is anyway. Like, God is the master, you're not the master, but you follow and you get into heaven and you get whatever you want. Technically, he's always going to be your boss. Technically, he's always going to be the master because he's God, but you get anything that you want in heaven. So you always have someone over you, but yet you get eternal bliss if you make it to heaven. So with that in mind, never having struggles but be a prisoner is actually the way to go if you take that angle of, if you throw God in the mix. Now, if you're just talking about humans, then I would rather struggle in life but be free. Because if you're a human, I'd rather just be on my own and make my own life and not be under, not be under another human. That sucks. But if you're taking this theological route and mixing it up here, then I would never have struggles but be a prisoner. And that would be the actual answer to go with philosophically, theologically. However, I don't think this question is getting that deep. I don't think any of these questions are deep at all. Including this one. This one is more surface level. And I'm sure they're thinking about constantly struggle in life but be free, or have no struggles but be a prisoner to a human. And I'm going to go with the higher level answer, which probably most people are not going to go with, which is actually blue. See, almost nobody thought of it that way. Everyone's thinking the surface level part, and that is correct. You don't want to be under another person, human. You would be free. But yeah, sometimes I get into stuff like that, thinking about theology and stuff. So yeah, that always comes to mind. So that's gonna do it. I know you see something else on your screen. I guess I'll just go with this real quick. World peace, obviously. You guys are, oh my god. Oh my god. You would rather be free, which makes sense. You don't want to be under another human, but then you would rather win some money than world peace? Oh man. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. This video was more so me trying to come back. I didn't want to do something more complicated like the how to make money with superpowers videos. They had a lot of stuff in there, a lot of different segments that I just stitched together, and it would take a while to get the video out, or at least longer than this one. So this was kind of like a brush up. Usually when I come back to YouTube after a while, I do a kind of a video to brush up on my skills. And this was that, because this is low effort, low everything. For the first time, I'm recording in ProRes, right, log and everything, and have all this stuff set up. I'm gonna see if I can throw all this in the editor. If you're seeing this right now, hopefully I did. And there's some kinks to work out. One just happened just now. There was a notification on my phone that you would have seen had I not stopped talking. And so I still have some learning to do with this setup. But that's why I did this low effort video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And this is the new me. This is the new quality. I hope it looks nice. Hopefully everything looks nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to, like if you want to. And this is going to be the quality that I have from now on. Everything is upgrading. We're going to a whole nother level here. Oh, and as for Twitch, I do want to get back to doing some stuff on Twitch. Don't hold your breath on that, but that is going to be the next thing. Now that I've got this video out, I'm going to take a look at Twitch, see if there's something I can do there, what, you know, kind of games or whatever, something entertaining that I can do that's entertaining for you and me, so I can keep doing it. Yeah, so we'll get to that when we get to that, and I am happy to be back to making YouTube videos. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in 4K. All right, I will see you guys later. Peace.